Hi, this is Richard Quek here. Welcome to another session of my video. In today's session, I would like to talk about personal development, and the topic is opinion is the cheapest commodity on earth. Okay, now from his book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill stated that opinion is the cheapest commodity on earth. Everyone out there is willing to throw their opinion at you, all right? But you, if you want to be successful, you got to listen to people who give you the right opinion. As simple as that. Before you listen to the opinion, look at the life they are living today, all right? Because that is the direction you are going. So, in fact, if you want to be successful, listen to people who give you good opinion. That means people who have done it, who are successful. All right. But by default, most people like to listen to a lot of people's opinion. All right. Just to, for their feeling, for the emotion. But the problem is that, like Napoleon Hill says, opinion is the cheapest commodity of earth. Everyone is willing to throw that opinion at you. So it is your life. Remember that it is your life. So you got the right to choose who to listen to. Okay. So if you are not successful at the moment, then I will ask you, who are you listening to? Whose opinion are you taking all the time? Because, you will live a life, in that direction. The person who gives you the advice will lead you to the same direction they are living. So it's important for you to get the right opinion. As you know, the greatest gift that we have been given is the gift of choice. We can choose. Nobody can force us. All right, we can choose who to listen to. So it's so important to be able to listen to people who are successful and people who have done it. All right. If you ask people who are not successful, who are have not done it, I can tell you everybody wants to give you their opinion. All right. So it's important to be critical of people's opinion. Okay. Now, here I want to share with you my own personal story, all right, about listening to people who give you the opinion, okay? It's so important. Now, the first story I want to talk about is in terms of network marketing, all right? Many years ago, when I was, I started out with network marketing, I approached a friend of mine, all right? And I explained to him, did a presentation to him, and he was so excited. You can see the eye was glowing, all right, because he was full of excitement, and he know at that moment that he can change his life by doing network marketing, all right. Now, the problem is that a few days later, when I went back to see him, the glow has disappeared. So I was quite surprised. So I asked him what happened. He said, well, I don't think I can do this business. Then I asked him why. He said, well, I spoke to a friend, and the friend said that he has done the business before and he failed and it is not possible to succeed. All right, so he listened to a friend who gave him advice about network marketing. So I paused for a while, then I asked him, what is your friend doing at the moment? And he was stunned, he stepped back for a while and then he said, jobless. That means don't have any work whatsoever. So you can see that, he chose to listen to somebody who is jobless. So he will be going that direction, that's for sure. All right. I mean, how can you listen to somebody who is jobless, don't even have a job, my friend? All right. That is the direction you are going, because you want to listen to people who are successful and people who have done it. All right. But the problem is that most people, they like to listen to all sort of opinion outside there. And, at the end of the day, they make a wrong decision. Okay. So it's important to be able to listen to the right opinion. Okay, that is my first story. That was many years ago when I first started network marketing. That was my experience. All right. Now the second story I'll talk about is regarding my own story about me writing a book. Okay. Now for many years when I was even studying in UK, I wanted to author a book. All right, and the book is How to Study. Now, why did I want to come up with that book? Because when I was studying in UK, I attended a lot of courses on how to study, exam techniques and so on. So I was quite impressed with it. I wanted to write a book on how to study. All right. And I surveyed in the bookshops, there were no books on how to study at that time. All right, but today, if you go to the bookshop, there are so many books on how to study. Don't you think so? All right, now the thing is that until today, right, I have not authored that book at all, how to study. All right, and you might be laughing at me, but let me tell the truth. A lot of us are like that. Because why? We want to do so many things in life, but you have never done it. All right, we keep on postponing and postponing and postponing. That's the problem, all right? So the thing is that when I came back to Malaysia, all right, I still have that goal. I want to author a book, right? I came back to Malaysia. I was totally broke at one time, as you know my story, all right? And I attended a seminar, and I was sitting beside this young man, all right? And I found out that he has authored a book. And I was impressed with him because he was much younger than me. And he is a PhD holder, but much younger than me. So I told him at the seminar, could I meet you up for a cup of coffee after the seminar? Which he, gladly agreed to. And I met him after the seminar for a cup of coffee at a coffee shop, all right? And I asked him, all the questions on how he authored his book, all right? I asked him so many things that, I absorbed everything to the extent of how he came up with the title of the book, how he prepared the book, how he got the graphic for the book done, and how he got his ISBN code, for the book. So I absorbed everything, and you know what? At that moment in time, I made a decision that I'm going to come up with my first book within 3 months. Now, I always say, change happens in an instant. It is the decision to change that takes a long, long time. So I make a declaration that I'm going to come up with my book within a period of 3 months. And true enough, within a short period of 3 months, I came up with my first book. And the name of the book is Cappuccino and Success. Well, that was a great achievement to me, right? I was proud about it, because nobody in my family, has ever authored a book. So when I went back to the seminar again as a log team, like as a logistic team, I met some of the graduates there and I showed them my book. All right, and they looked over the book and said, well, it is just a small little book, simple book on how to on success stories with success principles and so on. They said, well, it's a simple book. You know what they said? I can do it too. Now, they can do it too, but the problem until today, they have not done it. All right, now, one lesson I want to tell you is that if you are looking for validation from other people, you can forget about it because you'll be looking for validation for the rest of your life. All right, who should give you the validation? You yourself should give yourself your validation. Nobody else out there is going to validate what you do. Isn't it true or not? Okay, so that's how I authored the book. I listened to the opinion of somebody who has done it. All right, but you know what? I have authored today more than 10 books. But the young man who inspired me, he still stuck with that one single book. So where you proceed is what is important. When you start is not as important, right? But how you want to proceed. So today I've authored more than 10 books. Okay, I got more than 10 books with my name on them. But the thing is that the young man who inspired is still stuck with one book. But I thank him for his inspiration and so on. But you know what? I know of many of my friends who attended seminars on how to write a book. How to write a book, they pay a lot of money to attend the seminar. And I've never attended those seminars, but I authored more than 10 books. But you know what? The people who paid more than 10,000 ringgit to attend the seminar, they never come up with a single book. So is it because of the seminar or is it because of their inspiration, their self-motivation, all right? Like me, I've never authored a book before initially, all right? But I never attended a course before on how to write a book. But deep inside me, I make a declaration. I'm going to come up with my first book. And within 3 months, I came up with my first book. All right. So the story behind these two stories I'm telling you is that, you got to listen to the people who have done it. All right. If I'm to ask somebody who have not authored a book at all, you know what opinion they will give me? I've never done it at all, so I don't think it's possible. Anyway, your English is not that good, you're not creative and all sort of nonsense, But if you ask people who have done it, they'll be glad to share you their opinion about it, right? Now, if you want to author a book, all right, I'm here to advise you, that's for sure. And have I got the right to advise you? Because I've done it, so I can share it with you, how you go about it. All right, so remember this, opinion is the cheapest commodity on earth, which is very, very true. Everyone wants to throw the opinion at you. But remember, if you want to get the opinion, you have to follow them. Look at the direction of their life that they are heading. What sort of lifestyle they're living and so on, all right? Because that is the direction you are going, okay? So that's all my sharing for today. I hope that you learned something, all right? If you like what you hear and see, please feel free to like, to share, and to comment, okay? And if you are on YouTube, please follow and subscribe to my channel as well, okay? So I thank you so much for your time, and I will see you again tomorrow for another session of my video, okay? So with that, here is Richard Quek from Malaysia, wishing you good night and goodbye.